Hi there, Tim Fairfield from Keysight Technologies. Today I'm going to show you about a new tool that I've created for decoding the m8070 presets. So let's get right to it. First of all, I'm looking at the bit error rate the BERT software, m8070B. This controls the BERTs for our digital systems, and it also controls some arbitrary waveform generators. Now, you can go in and obviously change a lot of different parameters. So if we go up to the setup view, lots of different parameters in here. So every one of these has a number associated with it, and when you change those, you may make a bunch of setting changes, and then you're going to go and say save instrument state. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, the instrument state. You can also recall instrument states as well. And so I can create all these custom reset states myself for different setups and different points in time for some of the compliance apps as well. And maybe I want to see what instruments use to create these setups. And maybe I also want to take a look. But through here, we don't really have a good way of doing that. Okay, so what I'm going to show you is essentially how to do that. I've created a tool to do that. So the next stage of this is looking at where are these settings stored. Okay, so under generally it's under user, documents, Keysight, and then you get to m8070b, workspaces, default user, and then settings. So this is how we get there. So let's go through that again. We're going to go to the C drive. We're going to go to users. This is my user directory, documents. We're going to go to Keysight, then to m8070b, workspaces, default, user, settings. Okay, and then within here there are folders, and within those folders there are more settings depending on how it's structured. So for instance, we could go to an Infinisim demo, something I've done there with compensation. So within here, what we care about, where this good information is stored, is actually in the instrument state XML file. So if we go into that file, if I open my Notepad++, I've opened one here so that you can see what's in there, and we look, and it's an XML coding of some sort, and clearly there are numbers in there, but it's a little tricky to go through this and extract this. So what my parsing tool does is essentially allows you to load that up. It's a very simple Python script with Python 3.8, and it uses LXML to decode this. So essentially, this is the code. Let's see it running. So I'm going to stop this. I'm going to run again, and it starts with the entry here. I'm running this under PyCharm right now. You can enter the location of your desired preset folder. I give an example of where you should probably be looking, and I'm going to do my Infinisim setup that I used for a tabletop demo. And there you go. That is it. So it's actually decoded all this. First of all, we see when it runs this, it says what file are we going after, which modules were installed during this. So I was using an M8041 and an M8062 when I was creating this file, and then all the parameters are in there. So we can scroll all the way down, and this goes on and on and on. So what can I do with this? Well, that's pretty cool. What you can do is then take all this information. I'm going to scroll up, and I gave you the source code. I'm going to give you a link to a GitHub, and you can take this and massage it a bit more, and I might add some features to it. But if I Control C and then I open up Excel, Book 1 Excel, let's create a new one, File New, and click on the workbook here. Let's just let her go, and then we'll paste it in. Now, this is automatically, this seems to be comma delimited already. If it wasn't, and you only see text in one column, what you can do is highlight that column, go over to data, and text to columns is what you'd use if it just comes as text in one single column. This entry was detected automatically, and now I can separate these things out and do more processing. I could compare to the baseline setting if I wanted to. Take a look and verify that my setup, I might want to use it for coding. So there you go. I'm going to pull over my GitHub here. So this whole project, there's a zipped up file that's already compiled for you if you would like. That requires everything, so it's under the exe zipped. When you install it, you'll get this as an exe win that'll extract all of this, the lib and the Python files, that's runtime files that I've created this with. You just can execute this. Same program running that. That's pre-compiled for you. I did something wrong there. Let's try that again. Let's take this one as an example. You just say the directory. You don't put the actual file, and then you go V, and then you do that, and there you go. And then this is just going in a loop, so it doesn't close on you. And you could also modify the source code, but this gives you the opportunity to copy and paste this into, you could take some or all of this information and then glue it into Excel. Control C. Let's go into Excel. What happened? Let's see what happens when we try to glue it at this one in File, New, Book, Blank, Workbook, V. Oh yeah, I glued it in as already. So I just took pieces of that. So that's it. So have fun with this. Hopefully it'll save you some debug. The kind of uses I want it for is, looking at some setups I may have created and I can't remember what the heck I did. And I can get a good view of what's going on. And we want to do some decoding, compare to see maybe some settings that I made and apply them to something new, only making some minor changes. So that's it. So thank you very much, and see you next time.